welcome. I'm Robin with Zimmies Simple Designs. Thanks guys for being here and helping support me and support Miss Christina. I want to thank her for letting me be here on her page and all of the things. I am Robin with Zimmies Simple Designs, and I am one of her affiliates for her wood kits, and we're going to work on this cute little birdhouse. That it is linked in the description of this video, this wood kit, and it's a birdhouse with a doorknob. But you get this cute little birdhouse, and it comes with the little doorknob and all the little faceplate and our little bird with his wing and a little eye. Comes with the kit, and I'm excited to do it. This one was a challenge though. I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. Finally came to me today. I even had cut another piece of paper, because I'm going to use this paper on the bird. I had cut something else out and I didn't like it, so I recut it out. And that was a challenge to cut. Thank you for sprinkling, Mary. I appreciate it. But it comes with all these little goodies. If you go over on the page, hi Ange, if you go over on her website, Christina actually did this wood kit and it was really cute. Really cute, the way she did it up. So we're gonna do it a little differently. I am going to kind of grunge it, but so what I am going to do is I'm not actually going to use these pieces right here. I'm going to save them and use them for something else. I've got these two old face plates, and we're going to use, I'm not sure which one, because I'm going to paint this and chippy it, so I'm not sure which one of these I'm going to use yet. So, so here we go. Here we go. And we're going to make our roof, we're going to give it some rust. We're going to rust this up and get it all grungy. So I'm going to save this other little door plate. I think I have plans for it. But that's what does come with the kit. And like I said, the link for this kit is in the description. I did put it in the description of this video. So, all right, so we're gonna put this to the side. I was just trying to read comments. Sorry, guys. I was just trying to read. So we're gonna start off with, and I shut my front door because I don't know if the, when the mailman's coming, and my dogs like to ambush the door and bark. So I may have to run outside because I like to, but I may be able to wait. I like to, when I do the rust, I like to spray this 2 times Rust-Oleum clear coat over the top of it to seal in the cinnamon, but we may go about it a different way. So we'll have to see. So I'm going to paint, I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way here. And we're going to rust up our little doorknob. We're going to rust that piece up too. So for our base layer, we're going to paint our birdhouse in the home decor chalk paint in the color Spanish moss. That's going to be our first layer. I wanted to add some green into this. I don't know why. I think that's where I was having issues, was I knew I wanted to add some green, but I didn't know quite how I wanted to do it. So how is everybody? Everybody's day going well? I haven't really, well, I boxed some, I had a silent auction. Hi, Criselda. And I spent the morning getting those all packaged up so I could get people invoiced, which was a challenge. started off good, and then, yeah, kind of went downhill from there. Actually, I just had some issues with my scale. The batteries died in them. I had gone this morning to Menards to get some bubble wrap, and of course, I didn't know my batteries were going to die in my scale. Otherwise, I would have picked batteries up while I was there. So I had to stop, go to the store again. And then I couldn't get the batteries back in it. I was like, what is going on? Say, that's enough. I don't know what she's barking. Sadie, stop it. There's nobody outside, but she feels the need that she thinks, I think what she's hearing is the kids across the way playing on the playground. Sadie, that's enough. No one is here. I went out and moved the recycle, came in the front door, and they both came running at the front door. It's like, it's just me. And then they look at me all disappointed like, oh man. I don't know if Christina's here. I wonder how's your daughter's puppy doing, Christina? Her dog. I know you said last week she was having some seizures. Hopefully they got it figured out. And her dog is doing better. And that's got to be scary when your dog has a seizure. I know I have seizures. Well, it's been many years since I've had my last one, and I know it was scary for my family. You pinned my link. Okay. Well, thank you, Christina. I did put the link, the kit link, in the description too. But thanks. He hasn't had any more. Oh, good. Oh, is he? Oh, poor thing. It's like this challenge. They gotta have the medicine and then to take care of the problem, and then the medicine causes other issues. That's what you said. That's a lot. That is a lot. Poor thing. I only had one in a 24-hour period, and I know how I feel after I have one. It's, yeah, you feel like you've been beat up. Your like whole body hurts the next day. All right, so we're gonna dry this up, and we're gonna add our next coat. I'm gonna wax this, and we're gonna chippy it so we can have the green coming through. I should have probably waxed the low surface, but I didn't really want to. I just wanted the chippy between the two layers of paint. So how is everybody today? Yeah, it is pretty. I do like this green. I just don't use green very often. But like I said, for some reason I wanted this birdhouse to be green. So now I just have what's left of a little votive candle from Dollar Tree, and we're gonna add some wax to this, and we're gonna do our next layer. And we're going to use one of the Paint Couture colors. So we'll get that So our next layer, I'm going to be using this, yeah, it is pretty. It's called Italian Ivory, and this is one of Paint Couture's, which you can also get on Christina's website. Now, I don't believe the wood kits you get, you don't have to, you're not charged shipping. Shipping's included. But I believe that when you buy any of the Paint Couture products, shipping is charged. But she has a whole, there's a whole line of Paint Couture stuff. And this is a pretty color. I've got a color, couple colors that she's given me. I love them. She sent me this one in my care package. So that's going to be our next layer of paint. I tell you, the other day when I went live, I used the, okay, that's what I thought. I've been using the black, this black, and this one's an acrylic, this espresso. And the other day I did a mummy, and after my live I was finishing up some stuff on there, and I dropped the paint bottle on the mummy, made a mess, so we had to rechange. Yeah, you sent me the neutral bundle. And these are nice. You can, these little 1 ounce bottles like this, you can get in like little bundles of colors. Like this one that Christina sent me has this Italian Ivory, and it also came with it's Modern Rattan, which is this brown, a Pitch Black, and Mystic Gray. So you get this bundle of the 4, and these are nice because if you're not sure what color you like, you can buy them in a 1 ounce size, try it, and you're not out a lot of money. Then they also offer little 2 ounce bottles too, so which is really nice, especially if you're not sure about a color, because you know when you look at a picture you're not necessarily sure if it's the right color you're looking for, or if you're going to use that color a lot. You're not, you know, you just have a little bit to try, and then you're not, you know, spending a lot of money and all of the things, you know. Then you have paint that you just have sit there because you just, you know, you never use it, and you got this great big bottle of it, and you know how that is. That's collecting dust, because I've got some of those. I use most of the colors I have, but I do have a few that I thought, well, I'll get it, and then I never. And this way you can try it, see if you'll really like it before you buy a whole big bottle of it. And that's nice. Yeah, I made a mess. Fortunately, I didn't spill it too badly on the mummy, and I kind of did some stuff with it and made it look intentional. It kind of worked out in my favor, I guess. I couldn't believe I did that. I was just glad I wasn't on the live when it happened. It happened after my live. But, you know, it wouldn't have been the first blunder I had on a live. That's for sure. Okay, so now we got our second coat on here, and it's not a real, because we're gonna chip it. And I do like this color that is. You're back because I love the colors of Jamie. Yes, yeah, she's got some pretty colors. There are some pretty colors. And then also if you're, they offer both acrylic and chalk paint. So, you know, depending on what your preference is, or if you like both, you can get, you know, either one in one place. You go get your wood kit and then some paint. A one-stop shop, right? That's always nice. I know how that is. I have paint I'm trying to use before I buy too much more. Alright. Now we got that dry. That's all dry. I'm going to move these out of the way. And before I chippy this, I think we're going to work with our little our roof and our little doorknob. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to use keep moving, shuffling things around. I'm going to use this is chalk paint from Nicole with the Frayed Knot, and I'm going to use the Rusty Bell on this, and then I'm going to sprinkle the cinnamon on top of that. I like to do this. Now you can do it however you know you like. I've done where I've done white paint and sprinkled the cinnamon. And it adheres just in places. I like doing that too. Hi Marlene, how are you? New to you, but not rust covered cottage. Well, welcome Mindy. So I'm just gonna try and do this. Of course, this isn't very wide, so it is kind of warm. So I'm gonna try and hurry up and paint this real quick. And then we'll sprinkle it with my cinnamon. Now I used, the other day I did this, and rather than spraying the 2 times Rust-Oleum on top, I used the Paint Couture's Dead Flat Top Coat, and that turned out pretty good. So I may do that again today. So I've got that. So now I've got my cinnamon. We're just going to sprinkle this on here. Like that. All right. One little spot. And we're going to just tap that off. So that's what we've got so far, and I know you can't really see that, but I like that texture. And then we're going to do our little doorknob real quick. Yes, I do too, Christina. I'm in love with that stuff. I've been using it a lot. I love it. Love it. You can use it to Mod Podge with. It's great. And like I said, I used it to go over the top of my when I did this the other day, and it turned out great because you don't get that shine like you get with Mod Podge. So, and yet it sealed it really nice. You're welcome. Thank you for joining me today, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I was going to say something. I lost my train of thought. Oh, my husband was talking about, he has a friend that comes over about once a week, and they visit out in their shop, or out my husband's shop, and he came over today. My husband gave him some golf balls. Yeah, there's absolutely no shine, and that's what I like about it. No shine at all to the top coat, the dead flat top coat. That's what I love about it. Anyway, he brought, his name is Jason, and he comes, and they sit out at my husband's shop, and they visit for hours. Don't know what they talk about, but they're out there for hours. Anyway, he brought my husband some bug spray, and something to kill our neighbor has a tree that drops I think it's a sycamore tree, and it drops the seeds, and they fall in our yard. Well, then we wind up with trees growing in our yard. Well, he brought some spray to kill those, and so my husband gave him some golf balls. Because he likes to go out periodically and play golf. And, doggone it. It's the only thing alone. I have to heat it up. So, we were talking about it, I guess, then Jason decided that the two of them needed to make a golf bait. Well, years ago, I did golf with my husband. I would go, I wasn't very good at it, but I did have fun. And, but I haven't golfed in years, and I don't know that I could anymore with my lower back, with all that kind of twisting. Anyway, my husband was saying, well, the four of us should go. His wife, I said, boy, that would be something to watch, wouldn't it? I was like, oh my gosh. I'm not sure about that. This is the dead flat, or the Paint Couture's dead flat top coat, and I just absolutely love this stuff. It is absolutely dead flat. There is no shine at all with this top coat. So if you don't like shine, this is the way to go. This stuff is wonderful. And this is also on the website. On Christina's website. I didn't get I'm gonna have to get a bigger container of it the next time, I think, because I've been using this a lot. Okay, so now we're gonna add our little scrapbook paper on our maybe. I probably should have put my glasses on before I tried to do this, but you know. Here we are, struggling to get it on there. There we go. And I got this piece of scrapbook paper out of one of the Paper Studio scrapbooks, you know. This is where this came out of. But you could paint it, you could do whatever, put some texture on the little bird, you could do whatever you would like with this guy. be fun about anyway. I got that on there crooked. Really? Now you wouldn't think that putting this piece of scrapbook paper would be on this little bitty wing would be that difficult, but all right, here I am struggling, and I'm not sure, and I didn't get that quite on there, but that's okay. We're gonna sand it and it'll be all good. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried at all. I'm not much into perfection, so I think it's overrated. I don't have any little tiny files. Sadie, would you stop it? I keep a little water bottle full of pennies. She don't like that sound. And shake it. She don't like it. Sadie, that's enough. I don't know what her deal is. Sorry, guys. She's having to make her presence known for some reason. And there's no kids out there. Stop it. She's like staring at the back door. I don't know what she thinks is out there. Would you just come in here and lay down? Stop. All right. So how's everybody's week going? You having a good week? I'm starting, I think, to feel better. I'm trying to, I think I have a sinus infection and I'm refusing to go to the doctor. We'll sand this up and get this going. Like I said, I don't have a little file, but I do have one, but I'm not sure if I can get it down in there. Let's see. Sadie, that is enough. I'm afraid to use the burn method, so I think I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm afraid to try it. I do have a lighter here. Do I dare? I do have water right here. I don't usually do this. This method. And like I said, I don't know, because this is kind of thick. This is going to work. And it's really not. Okay. It'll be fine. Actually, you know what? I have a little X-Acto knife. Maybe I can get it down in there. And kind of trim it. We'll try that. And I'll cut my paper towel and there we go. When I first started going live, I used to burn, before I would like put a print on something, I used to take my little lighter and burn the edge and give it like a burnt edge. And I don't even do that anymore. I usually stay away from it because it bothers me, the smell. But here we go, we got it. This is working. There. All this fine detail here. I really didn't think it was going to be this big of a deal. I did try to cut it out as close as I could, so I think that's good enough. So there's our little bird and his little wing. And we'll add his eye. And we're gonna paint that in the, let's see, I'm gonna take a little bit of my, I don't know if I should do this. Scoop some of this dead flat out in my lid. And I'm just gonna go on the top of where I put the cinnamon, and I'm just gonna kind of tap it to seal that in. Now I know it looks milky right now, but it will dry clear. And I'm just really lightly going over the top of this. But I don't want to get cinnamon in the bottle. And I should have poured some out in a container, but just like this, all over. And it will get that kind of rusty, crusty look. From the cinnamon. Mary's still here. How's your finger, Mary? I don't know if she's still here. I have one of my followers, thank you, Christina, had hip surgery. I've been trying to stay in contact with her. And she came through it okay. She wound up having to stay overnight, but she let me know this morning she was getting to go home today, so that was good news. I can clean this lid out afterwards because I don't want to get just enough. There we go. We'll get that. So I know, like I said, I know it looks milky right now. The top coat does, but when it dries, it will dry. It's healing. You're healing so soon. Oh, hey, Mary, it all happens. When you said that, I had just used a mandolin the other day, and when you said that, I was like, oh my gosh. It kind of scares me, and I don't use it very often for that reason, because, you know, and I think I'm gonna do a top coat on this, Yes, they do. Hi, Denise. How are you? Yep, you do got to watch out for them. They can be pretty, they can be, yeah. Okay, I'm going to go over the top of our scrapbook paper. I should have done that before I went over the top of the cinnamon. But I got another brush here. Dry it out. I'm glad it's healing. And isn't it crazy? They take forever to stop bleeding. So it's like you don't want to do anything to bump it or get it just, you know, so it starts in again. Are you guys being affected by the hurricane? Or are you near there, Mary? I seen pictures. I think it was on your page of the waves, but I didn't know if that was near you or not. Okay, so we're gonna get that all, oops, that wasn't too smart. Got all kinds of gunk in there now. That wasn't too smart. Okay. So now we'll dry this off. Can you talk or not? Sorry, this is so loud, guys. Did you really, Christina? Oh my. Your thumb went along with the zucchini? Oh no. Well, I would have to say, my husband, it does sometimes scare me that he's out there with all those, you know, saws and stuff. But he's pretty cautious, so he's real. Oh, okay. Wow. You're 35 minutes away, so you're safe. Well, that's good, Mary. I thought that was you that you posted pictures. Boy. Something in here. I don't know what that is. Oh well. I'll add some wax to it. But see, it's pretty much, once it completely dries, it's not completely dry because you see a little bit of the milky, but as you can see where it is completely dry, you can't even tell. It dries amazing. And like on here, our little bird, you can't even tell that I put that top coat on there. I just absolutely love this stuff. So I'm gonna dry this a little bit. Like I said, I know it looks kind of milky, but once it dries completely, you can't tell at all. And it does a good job sealing in that cinnamon. Dry enough to touch, but no, that's still pretty good. Okay, so now we've got all of our pieces paint, or well, our little eye we're gonna paint, and I'm gonna paint it in the espresso, this little eye. I'm gonna try it and see if I like it. I may wind up painting over it white, but I'm gonna try it and see. So we'll try it and see. Once I sand it, I think it'll be fine, because I am gonna sand and give it a little distressing. But it's not black, it's kind of a vintage black, this espresso. I like it. Are you going to be in the event on Friday with Crafter on the Clock, Mary, or not? Guys, if you like barn quilts, Christina has some wonderful barn quilts available. And Miss Jamie with Row 12 Creations, if you guys know her, she does an amazing job. She's helped design some of them, and she does an amazing job. Not only with designing, but with painting them and doing them. She's an incredible barn quilt person. So if you like barn quilts, Christina, she's got quite a selection of them. So we're just chipping. I'm just using my little, no, you're always a day late and $1 short. Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna get this chippied. Get that green coming through. I know, sometimes those are hard. A lot of times I forget. I'll remember, oh yeah, today's Wednesday, and then I go to bed and it's like out somewhere in lull, and then I remember like the next day, oh yeah, well then by then it's full. So I've missed a few that way. So I really like that. All that chippy goodness on our birdhouse. I love that. Love it. Okay. Clean that off. Oops. And I will clean the back of this. I see I've got a little bit of paint back here, but I'll clean it off. Okay. So now we're going to get this guy together. I'm going to see here. And our little bird's going to go up here at the top. And I do have a little bit of lace. I'm just going to add a tiny little bow, I think. So I want to see which one of these I like. I see I'm still liking the other one better with the white. Yeah, I think I'm liking this one better, but I think I'm gonna maybe take a wipe here and kind of clean it off. I should have done that before I came live. I love these little base plates that you can get when they have paint on them and stuff. And I'm not sure where I got this one at or this other one. They were in my craft stash. I want to say this one may have came from Esmeralda. Jamie. Yes, they are. They are, Mindy. They have. Jamie amazes me to watch her when she creates them. the patterns that she comes up with. Wow. I think I like this one's too. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hold it up. What do you guys think? Which one do you guys like? Do you like this one? Or do you like this one better? Oops. I don't know, for as thin as it is, I think this one's, it seems a little more delicate to put on there, but I should have taken that wipe and cleaned the back of this. I usually don't paint the back of my projects, but I do because I stain them, so I try to clean them up. Yeah, they will. I wish I could go. I would love to be able to go, Mary. I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to make it this year. I think I like this little one. Okay. Okay, we're going to get the roof back on, and I'm going to use my Tight Bond and my Stick Fast to attach the roof and our bird. And then we're going to add some wax to this. Yeah, Christina got to go. She went to one, was it a couple years ago, wasn't it, Christina? Oh, wow, that's nice, Mary, you get to go. When they went to Texas, Christina went. I know she went. She had fun. She got to go to Canton, do all of that. My glue plugged up for some reason. I was just using it. I still need to get me some art glitter glue. Oh, come on. What the heck? Why are you not wanting to come out? Yeah, that's what you came back with lots of stuff. My daughter lives, see, I was kind of hoping for the Texas again because my daughter lives in Texas. And I thought I'd have a place to stay. I wouldn't have to, you know, I could just stay at her house. And then her and I could, because she only lives about, I think it's like an hour and a half from Canton. And I thought that would have been a fun trip for her. What is up with my glue? Why is it not? Now it's starting to come out. But they changed it up, so, which I understand. Tracy wants to change it up, so. But maybe one, I'll still have to go. I told my daughter if I ever come and visit her, hopefully that's soon, we've got to make a trip to Canton. Her and I make it go and, oh, come on. Trying to get this on there. There we go. Come on. Get this lined up. Hey, Jamie. How are you? We were just talking about you. Canton is amazing. I've been a few times several years ago. You live west. Oh, do you? And that's on the other side of the state, Lori. Yeah. Yeah, I think we looked it up, and I think she only lives about, it's either an hour and a half or 2 hours away from Canton. Because I was telling her about it. And I said, if I come, I said, we got to go. We got to go to Canton. She's like, okay, whatever, Mom. All right, so I'm going to get my Bare Dark wax out, and we're going to add some wax on our birdhouse. How's Jamie today? Hope you're doing well. I missed you the other night. I gotta watch that replay when you finished up your barn quilt you were working on. I was gonna try and watch, and then I missed it. Okay. And I don't know why I'm really holding this. You would not have to do all of this. You could, you know, this wood kit, you could do so many things with. If you like whimsical, if you like rustic, if you like farmhouse, shabby chic, this would be so a lot of different ways you could do this up. I've got a smaller brush here I'm gonna use to get up near this, up in here. Yes, Miss Jamie is our barn quilt expert. She is amazing with them. Amazing. She does a wonderful job, not only creating with them, but designing them. I'm still not. I need to try a small one. And I keep saying I'm going to, and I might chicken out. Okay, we got it. So we've added the wax. And the nice part about putting that top coat on is it's a little more, if you get it darker with this wax in spots, you have a little more play. You can, you know, wipe it back if you get it too dark, or in places you can kind of take your finger and wipe it back a little more. Because sometimes that paper kind of soaks it in. I'm going to cover this right here. I don't know what these two little white spots were, but we're going to take that wax and go over the top of it. Now you can't see it. So that'll work. Okay. Oops. I guess I need to put the lid back on my glue. I'm going to sand his little eye just a little bit. And we're going to put him together. He's kind of a cute little guy. Our little bird. And I don't, maybe this wasn't his eye. I don't know. Now it's, seriously? Maybe it was for the doorknob. But we're gonna give him an eye. We're gonna make him kind of funky looking. And I kind of like it that it's black. And these aren't very big pieces, so that's why I'm just gonna use my CA glue. Now, the bird is etched, and I should have showed you that. So you can see on the wood piece where the wing goes and where his eye is. There's also a line here, so if you wanted to paint him, you could paint him like his beak one color and his body another color. Just like the this piece has etching. So you can see where your pieces go. So that's the nice thing about some of the laser kits. They're, you know, etched like that, so you can see how it lays, the kit goes together. That's a nice thing that makes it nice for wood kits, especially if you're like a beginner for wood kits. It makes it. So what I've done, because this base plate is not flat, as you can see, it's kind of, so I cut out just some popsicle sticks, craft sticks. I took and cut them and then glued two together. And I'm gonna glue them on the inside of this base plate. And that's gonna give me surface so that it'll glue to my birdhouse. Because that little frame, I don't know what is going on with my glue all of a sudden. It's like, plugged or something. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And I do use it for I'm going to use it with the metal. You can. Or I've had luck with gluing metal pieces to things with the CA glue. Now it's really coming out. First I can't get it to come out. Now it's really coming out. Well, thank you, Jamie. No, I have plans for the base plate that goes with this. I do have plans for it, but I really thought that this face plate would be really cute on here, on this birdhouse. But I do have, I'm gonna use it for another project. Okay, so we're gonna glue this. Just like this. Now I'm just going to make mine just a little leaner, but you could put this on a surface and make it a hanger. You could do, trying to make sure I'm getting this straight. And I'm just going to hold it a minute. Maybe. Just like that. And I got these little metal tacks. And I think I got these at Hobby Lobby. These If you can see them, I don't know if you can see that. Now I trimmed them down. They were a little longer. And I'm gonna actually put them in the holes up here as decorative, to make it look like decorative screws holding our faceplate on. I hope I got that on there straight. Oh. So that's what it's looking like so far. Hi, Nancy. I didn't see pop in if I. All right. So then this will go on top of here. And I probably, hopefully, this is going to work. And we're gonna, and this will look like the doorknob. I'm gonna hold that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm with you, Jamie. I can't wait to try it either. I still don't have any. I'm trying to use up what I have before I buy some. Now I'm gonna let this set and dry for a little bit before I try and add the little tacks in there, because I think they're just long enough I can tack them into the wood. So, all right, so now I'm gonna add a little bit of this on the back of our bird, along with and I maybe just missed the mark here. We're gonna add our bird. Yeah, me too. That's what I'm trying to do, is use up the stick fast before I buy any other glue right now. I'm really trying hard to use up what I have before I buy anything more. I'm really trying. Sometimes it's hard, but you know. All right. I guess I didn't need all that glue back there. I'll have to clean that off. It'll dry clear, fortunately. So that's that. Let's see if I can kind of wipe this off. I went a little much with the glue on the back of the. I think he's turning out cute. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So I just have just this really thin, and I'm thinking about adding a tag, but I'm not sure. Where do you get art glue? I know you can order it off of Amazon, Mary. I'm not sure where else, but I know you can get it off of Amazon. So I've got this like lace, I think it's actually like a seam binding lace, and I coffee grunged it, and I'm just gonna do something really small to add to the top of the birdhouse, I think, or just underneath the bird, one of the two. I'm not quite sure. It's not going to be really big. I cut a lot, but I'm not going to use all of this. And And we're gonna drape it. I'm just gonna do maybe 5 little loops. And I got this off of Amazon, and it comes in like a roll. And I do like it. If you're wanting something to add that's kind of thin to add to a bow, or like something that you just want a little bow for. But I like lace, so this is kind of, I like to add lace to my bows, so. Let's see, that was 3, 4. I think the neighbor man is mowing. So if you guys hear that I think, I'm sorry. I've got my windows open. I'm taking advantage of the nice day. It's gonna cool down here. It's gonna be only in the 70s starting later in, I think, the weekend here. My husband is excited. Okay. He's not a, he doesn't care for the heat. Now, I do. I enjoy the summer and the warmer weather, but him not so much. He likes it when it starts turning cooler and all of that. I know this jute rope's kind of big, but won't see it, so. This, so let's see where I want to put this. Oh gosh. Now I got glue everywhere. If I'm going to add it, I wonder if add it there, or let's see, kind of like it underneath the bird. Like he's, yeah, I think I like that better than up on the top. You need lots of bow practice. You know, I never made very many bows until I got my Bodabra, and now I do bows a lot more. I did a lot of the refab bows, but they're kind of easy. You know, you know. All right, we're gonna add this. Oh, okay. So, I do like that underneath that little bird. I don't know about a tag though. I think I'm just gonna add a little button. And call it good. But I love his eye. I like his little eye. I think I'm gonna trim these. I think he's turning out pretty cute. Just different. Let's see if I can find a little button. And I won't put these little tacks in there because that's hammering, and I don't, that's kind of loud. on a live. I love these old vintage buttons. Some of them have my little button stash. Oh no. No, I don't like that one. I'm being picky here. Here we go. I like this one. Come on. Now, why aren't you wanting to? Come out. Now my hot glue's not wanting to come out. And it's been plugged in since I started. Well, I plugged it in just before I hit the live. So it should be hot. Okay, there we go. Add our little button. But this, guys, if you want one of these wood kits, I did link put the link in the description. And remember, the wood kits, shipping is included, so you don't pay extra for shipping. Or if you want any of the Paint Couture products. Now, the Paint Couture products, you do pay for the shipping on that, but you know, go check it out. They're all on her website. But I think this turned out cute. I'm loving it. I love it. So, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. Hanging out with me on Christina's page. I don't know when Jamie's back on there. She was just on just earlier this week, I think. And Deborah was just on. Watched a little bit of hers. But there are some amazing creatives that Christina has as affiliates. And we all have our own unique style. So be watching. We're all on there at least. Somebody's on at least once a week. Well, thank you, Jamie. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate y'all being here. And thank you, Mary. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will be live Friday at 2:15 Central. You want to come check me out on my page. And you guys have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. Sunday evening? Okay. I know you usually go on in the evening, but all right. Well, I will try and watch you on Sunday evening. Check it out. See what quilt square you're going to be doing then. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all bless my heart. And you guys have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. And thank you so much, Christina, for letting me hang out on your page. And we'll catch you guys later. Bye.